You're welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Sherry Quinsley Barma, and here are the news making the headlines. Apostle Suleiman declares Mount Carmel open. Journalist home vandalized amidst Niger post-election tension. Archbishop disagrees on Biden calling himself the vote. Electricity consumers get 611,231 meters under MAP scheme. On sports, Europa, Man United advanced to last 16, Leicester crash out. To stay with us after this very short break, I'll be bringing you the news in full. Don't go. You're welcome back, and now the news in detail. Apostle Suleiman declares Mount Carmel open. The senior pastor of Omega Fire Ministries, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, declares open the prayer mountain, which he called Mount Carmel. According to the apostle, Mount Carmel is an instruction he got from God years ago while he was in a place of prayer. The prayer mountain, which has just been commissioned, is situated at the International Worship Center of Omega Fire Ministries, just behind the main church auditorium. Apostle Suleiman and his wife, Dr. Suleiman, have been in intense prayers for the manifestation of the presence and power of God to be resident upon the place. Few moments before the man of God declared the mountain open for use, he and his wife took out some time on the mountain to pray and dedicated it to the Almighty God. Mount Carmel has been declared open to receive people from around the world, just like they already do while coming from different parts of the world to have an encounter under the administrations of Apostle Johnson and Dr. Suleiman. Our correspondent, who was present for the opening, has the rest of the story.
The long-awaited prayer mountain has been opened by the Restoration Apostle Johnson and Dr. Suleiman. And here is a mountain called Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel is the place of prayer and the place where God answers prayers. As we can see in the Bible in 1 Kings chapter 18, verse number 24, the God that answered by fire. And it tells us in verse number 42 how Elijah went upon Mount Carmel and put his head in between his knees, and God answered him. You know, this place is right here at the International Worship Center of Omega Fire Ministries here at Auchi, Edo State in Nigeria. The prayer mountain has been opened. This place is a place of wonders, a place of signs, a place of miracles, a place of turnaround, a place of breakthrough, a place where revival will spring forth. Just like the Restoration Apostle said in his prayer of opening, this place, Mount Carmel, the place where God answers prayers, is a place where men will come from all around the world and receive a touch from divinity, receive a touch from God, and receive turnaround in any situation that they have carried to this place. All right, for every one of you that was anticipating, as you can see, Mount Carmel, the place where God answers prayers, is officially opened by the Restoration Apostle Johnson and Dr. Suleiman. And we are expecting that you come from all around the world to this place, praying and expecting, waiting on God for a turnaround in your life. My name is Bolis Quetta, reporting for Celebration TV.
And moving forward, differential wage bill, Oyo, Delta, Gombe, others back National Assembly as labor firms. Oyo, Delta, Gombe, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River states have supported a bill seeking to decentralize the negotiation on the minimum wage in the country. Officials of the states says centralized minimum wage negotiation negated the principle of true federalism. But state chapters of the National Labour Congress expressed anger over the bill, saying it was against the interests of workers. Recall that the bill seeking to remove the negotiation on minimum wage from the exclusive list to the concurrent list passed the second reading in the House of Representatives. According to the sponsor, Garba DT Mohammed, the bill is to allow both the federal and state governments to freely negotiate minimum wage with their workers in line of our federalism. During the debate on plenary, Mohammed states that many states have not been able to implement the national minimum wage because it was imposed on them from Abuja. The Delta State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Anaigu, says that the state was in support of the bill. And now in another news coming from Buhari Talks. Buhari Talks Tough says bandits should be treated as criminals. The President Muhammadu Buhari has said bandits who are killing and kidnapping innocent Nigerians are criminals and should be treated as such. Buhari, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, stated this at the Security meeting in Kaduna attended by 19 Northern governors, the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, Director General of the Department of State Services, Yusuf Bichi, and the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Muhammad. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, led traditional rulers from all parts of the north to the meeting. The president, through his chief of staff, said his regime would continue to deal decisively with insurgents, bandits, and kidnappers. He says the meeting is coming at a time when the nation is making steady progress in addressing the many challenges and pending developments in progress. They are providing critical infrastructural facilities such as roads, railways, airports, amongst others, which are critical to economic prosperity of the people, as well as opening up economic opportunities for the citizens to pursue legitimate aspirations that grow the economy. And now news coming from around Africa. Journalists' home vandalized amid Niger post-election tension. Police fired tear gas and clashes with demonstrators in the capital Niamey, which is in Dosso, 100 kilometers south of the city. The offices of a pro-government party were damaged by fire. Al-Hada says one of the two fatalities died of an epileptic fit during a protest. The other who was shot dead was the bodyguard of politician Saini Umaru, an unsuccessful candidate in the first round of voting on December 27th, who had urged supporters to vote for Bazoum in the runoff. There was also destruction of infrastructure of public and private property. Unknown assailants also attacked the home of a reporter in Niamey for Radio France International, that's the RFI, which is widely followed in Niger. Journalist Musa Kaka, who was unharmed in the attack, said assailants ransacked his home early, breaking everything and set fire to part of it. Kaka, a veteran correspondent for RFI, spent 10 months in prison from 2007 to 2008 on charges of endangering state security over alleged ties with Tuareg rebels in northern Niger. And now news still coming from around Africa. Motorboat company launches electric fishing boats on Lake Victoria. A startup based in Kenya known as Asobo is offering replacement electric engines which come at a lower cost and are more environmentally friendly. Tens of thousands of fishing boats head out on Kenya's Lake Victoria every day, powered by expensive, unreliable, and polluting petrol engines. Asobo's goal is to massively reduce the negative impact of fuel emissions on Lake Victoria in East Africa, the world's second largest freshwater lake. Lawrence Frisco, co-founder and CEO of Asobo, says for the community at large, what they are doing is reducing massively carbon monoxide and other negative emissions into the air, as well as reducing oil pollution into the lake, which is associated with the use of petrol engines. So, over time, what they and their model hope to also contribute as much as cleaner environment. Asobo started business operations in February 2020. Its aim is to convince as many fishermen as possible to switch to a high-tech electric drive. The initiative is also training fishermen to use the new electric drive efficiently, charging the Torpedo Power 24 to 3500 battery with 3.5 km/h and offering a backup service. We'll go on a very short break right now. When we get back from that break, I'll be bringing you updates from the United States of America. Do stay with us.
A strong wind from the throne of grace is about to hit on Niger and Anambra State.
To begin our Eastern invasion for the year 2021, we will be coming to Anambra State. Precisely, we will be in Niger.
An uncommon shift.
Power! Power! Spirit of God! Shada! 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 Shada!
A mighty wave of glory.
I'm seeing a car. I'm seeing a color blue. I want to cancel accidents. I saw a trailer climbing a small car. Nobody survived. I'm only seeing the car number. I saw something like 541. 541. Is that your car number? SK.
Join me and the host of angels as we'll come for 2 meetings that will revolutionize your life and give your life a meaning.
Generational Impact 2021, Art Omega Fire Ministries Auditorium, City of Wonder on Paul Umoji Road, opposite Inland Doors, Onitsha, Anambra State, Nigeria. For inquiries, call +234 807 368 8511. Praise be to
Welcome back, and now it's updates from the United States of America. Archbishop disagrees on Biden calling himself devout. A prominent Catholic Church Archbishop has stated that President Joe Biden should not be considered a devout Catholic due to his pro-choice public policy stances. The Gospeltainment correspondent has the rest of the news.
Archbishop Joseph F. Norman, chairman of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops Committee on Pro-Life Activities, made his remark in an interview with the Catholic World Report, saying that the president should stop defining himself as a devout Catholic and acknowledge that his view on abortion is contrary to Catholic moral teaching. Norman went on to tell the CWR that he believes when Biden says he's a devout Catholic, the bishops have the responsibility to correct him. Although people have given President Joe Biden power and authority, he cannot define what it is to be a Catholic and what Catholic moral teaching is. Norman and Bishop David J. Malloy, chairman of the Committee on International Justice and Peace, issued a joint statement denouncing the rescinding of the policy. When asked about President Biden's stand on abortion, he said the president doesn't believe in church teachings on the sanctity of human life, and it is grievous that one of President Biden's first official acts actively promotes the destruction of human lives in developing nations. The executive order is antithetical to reason, violates human dignity, and is incompatible with Catholic teachings. The bishop concluded by saying he and other bishops strongly oppose this action. He urged the president to use his office for good, prioritize the most vulnerable, including unborn children.
And now more updates from Europe. On coronavirus, the European Union urged to adopt vaccine passports. Greece and Austria are urging the European Union states to adopt coronavirus vaccination passports, which could help revive Europe's stricken tourist industry. The idea of such a document, likely to be a certificate, would be to permit those who have been vaccinated to travel freely within the European Union. The proposal was put forward during a virtual discussion between European Union leaders, but the vaccine passport faces opposition from some of the bloc's 27 member states. France and Germany say such documents could be premature because data and the efficacy of vaccines in preventing a person from carrying or passing on the virus is incomplete. There are also concerns that enabling a vaccinated minority to enjoy foreign travels, while others, such as young people who are not seen as a priority for inoculation, continue to face restrictions, would be discriminatory. A further complication is the rapid spread of more contagious COVID variants, such as the English, South African, and Brazilian forms, and the possibility of future mutations. So it is more likely that people will need booster jabs to remain protected. And now, news coming from the business world. Electricity consumers get 611,231 meters under MAP scheme. A total of 611,231 meters have been deployed as of January 31st, 2021 under the Meter Asset Provider Initiative since its full operation despite COVID-19 pandemic and other extraneous factors. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has said. The NERC disclosed this in a consultation paper on the review of the MAP regulations. The proposed review of the MAP scheme is coming nearly 4 months after the federal government launched a new initiative called National Mass Metering Program aimed at distributing 6 million meters to consumers free of charge. The existence of a huge metering gap and the need to ensure successful implementation of the MYTO 2020 service-based tariff resulted in the approval of the NMMP, a policy of the federal government anchored on the provision of long-term low-interest financing to the discus, the NERC said. The Commission had in March 2018 approved the MAP regulations with the aim of fast-tracking the closure of the metering gap in the sector through the engagement of third-party investors called meter asset providers for the financing, procurement, supply, installation, and maintenance of meters. It set a target of providing meters to all customers within 3 years and directed the discus and the approved MAPs to commence the rollout of meters not later than May 1st, 2019. But in February 2020, the NERC said several constraints, including changes in fiscal policy and the limited availability of long-term funding, had led to limited success in meter rollout. And still on business news, Nigeria economy moving in right direction but slow, says Amina Mohammed. Nigeria is moving in the right direction economically, but its movement is not fast, the United Nations. Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Amina Mohammed, said this during a meeting at the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment in Abuja. She said the challenges in Nigeria were huge its population large, but described the country's economy as great with lots of opportunities. The United Nations scribe stated that after traveling by train and through various roads in the northern part of Nigeria, she discovered that the roads were motorable, although there were ongoing repairs on some of them. Muhammad says it is a country that is diverse in nature, ethnicity, religious backgrounds, and opportunities, but these are its strengths, not weaknesses. Speaking on her trips across the parts of Nigeria, she stated that what she saw along the way is really a country that is growing, that is moving in the right direction economically, but not fast enough. We'll go on a very short break right now. When we get back, I'll be bringing you sport news. Do stay with us. Don't go nowhere.
Let the world receive the emergence of a generation full of fire.
In continuation for our northern invasion, I'm coming to Niger State. I'm coming to the city of Mina.
An unquenchable thirst for souls winning. Generational Impact 2021, Mina, Niger State, with Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
Are you seeking body? Are you seeking mind? Are you seeking marriage? Are you seeking finances? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
Peace.
Yes,
your name is Peace.
Yes, my father.
Ojogu. Peace. Many. How many?
1. Date 1st and 2nd March 2021, 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. day. Happening at Trade Fair Complex, Mina Paiko Road, Sango, Mina, Niger State, Nigeria.
Be my guest in Jesus' name.
A strong wind from the throne of grace is about to hit on Niger, Anambra State.
To begin our Eastern invasion for the year 2021, we will be coming to Anambra State. Precisely, we will be in Onitsha.
An uncommon shift.
Power! Spirit of God, Shada!
A mighty wave of glory.
I'm seeing a car. I'm seeing a color blue. I want to cancel accidents. I saw a trailer climbing a small car. Nobody survived. I'm only seeing the car number. I saw something like 541. 541. Is that your car number? SK.
Join me and the host of angels as we'll come for 2 meetings that will revolutionize your life and give your life a meaning.
Generational Impact 2021, Art Omega Fire Ministries Auditorium, City of Wonder, on Paul Umoji Road, opposite Inland Doors, Niger, Anambra State, Nigeria. For inquiries, call +234 807 368 8511. Praise be to
welcome back, and now on sports news. On Europa, Man United advanced to last 16, Leicester crash out. Manchester United safely progressed to the Europa League last 16 as their goalless draw with Real Sociedad at Old Trafford saw them through 4-0 on aggregate. Real Sociedad were given an early chance to get a goal back in tie, but Mikel Oyarzabal struck a penalty high and wide after Dan James had brought him down in the box. Bruno Fernandes hit the bar with a superb effort later in the first half, while substitute Axel Tuanzebe had a second-half header ruled out by VAR for a Victor Lindelof foul. The game will likely be remembered for second-half substitute Shola Shoretire becoming the youngest ever Manchester United player in a European game at 17 years and 23 days, while summer signing Amad Diallo made his home debut from the bench. With several intriguing mouth-watering opponents awaiting the last 16, including Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former club Mode, or one of 3 other British sides in Tottenham, Rangers and Arsenal, all eyes turn to the draw at midday today. After a disappointing night, Leicester focus will now switch back to the Premier League, while they will look to build on what has already been a promising season and secure a top 4 spot in Champions League football. In another sports story, AFCON qualifiers, Eagles to travel by sea to Cotonou. The Super Eagles 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Benin Republic has been fixed for Saturday, March 27th in Port Novo. The team's training camp built for Lagos will begin on March 22nd. Eagles coach Gernot Raw also disclosed that the team will travel to Benin Republic with a boat across the Gulf of Guinea for the game built for the Stade de Almere. Although it's just 75 miles between Lagos and Port Novo, the journey takes up to 5 hours because of the bad roads en route Benin Republic. Raw says road is not good between Lagos and Cotonou. They will travel to the match on a boat because the crossing only lasts 2 hours instead of many hours on poor roads. Nigeria won the first fixture 2 years ago, 2-1 in Uyo with goals from Samuel Kalu and Victor Osimhen after the visitors had taken a stock lead. The Eagles welcomed Lesotho in the final qualifier on March 30th at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos. The Eagles last played at the stadium 10 years ago, a friendly against Sierra Leone. Nigeria led their qualifying group with 8 points, while Benin are second on 7 points. The Eagles need a point from their last 2 qualifiers to qualify for the 2021 AFCON scheduled for Cameroon next year. Before the rerun of the headlines, let's see the weekend sports fixtures.
The biggest leagues in Europe see her giants battle for the race to be crowned king. The battle continues this weekend.
That has brought us to the end of news on today's news desk on Celebration TV. If you missed the top stories, here is a recap of the headlines. Apostle Suleiman declares Mount Carmel open. Journalist home vandalized amid Niger post-election tension. Archbishop disagrees in Biden calling himself the vote. Electricity consumers get 611,231 meters under MAP scheme. On sports, Europa, Man United advanced to last 16, Leicester crash out. And now to the photo of the day. Day in and out, people go through different kinds of stress-related problems. How you work it out matters. How do you handle your stress? You can send your comments. We would like to hear from you. Tell us what you think about the photo of the day. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, at My Celebration TV. On YouTube, Celebration TV. Never forget your positive contribution to the wellness of the society you find yourself in, or the organization you work in, defines your leadership might. As an individual who knows what to do and do without expecting to be pushed, has backed his way to success. Be it known today that everything we do, think, feel, and believe either has a positive or negative effect on
to 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor Ibikule Amosu.